Good morning and welcome to the Digital Weather Desk, powered by Century Next Bank, the exclusive banking partner of the Digital Weather Desk. I'm Jared Floyd. Thanks so much for joining us on this Thursday morning. For those that are making their way through the work week, congratulations, you're almost there. And as we go through the rest of the week, there are some changes in the forecast. We're also starting to look toward high school football games tonight. I know we've got a big one in Ouachita Parish, and then obviously a lot more games to go on this upcoming weekend. But along that note, we'll dive deeper into perhaps some changes in the pattern that could include some rain chances next week. And we'll take a look at Gabrielle, which is limping along in the open Atlantic. Not much of a tropical storm, if I say so myself. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Let's take a look at temperatures across the area. And again, upper 60s to low 70s to start the day. Not overly uncomfortable. There are some warmer, more muggy spots, if you will, to start the day. 68 Camden, 70 in Ruston, 72 in Monroe, and 74 in Monticello. Dew points, again, not terrible. Mid to upper 60s to be expected at that kind of level this time of the morning, this time of the year, especially given the overall pattern in place. Quick check of visibility. There are still some foggy spots out there. Visibility down to 1 mile in Magnolia, 3 miles in Camden. Other spots, 4 miles in Alexandria. So if you're traveling, don't be surprised if you run into a patch of fog here or there, and you may just want to slow down and be smart there as you venture out and about this morning. Susan, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us as we take a look at the forecast. Check out rainfall totals over the last 12 hours. Again, we really didn't see much through the late evening hours yesterday. We did see a few spotty storms early afternoon, but most of those even were pretty limited in their overall scope. There was some hail reported in the Douglas community in Lincoln Parish, the Douglas, Shudrint, Sibley area, kind of, where we had that one little lone storm. There was some pea-sized hail, or as my storm reporter affectionately called it, edamame bean-sized hail. So then I kind of requested to the National Weather Service that instead of using peas as references, we should use edamame beans as references. I have not heard back from them yet, so I'll let you know if I hear back from them. A look at the radar made possible by Brown's Roofing. Not a whole lot in our area, obviously, that kind of falls in line with what we saw rain total-wise over the last 12 hours. Look at Futurecast, and again, Futurecast really shows the isolated storm potential fueled by the daytime heat of the day, and that'll bubble up through the course of the afternoon. Very difficult to forecast, predict where those are going to pop up, but they will be a possibility. We have a decaying cold front that's expected to generate some storms late tonight into early tomorrow morning, and that brings with it the possibility of some storms that could spill into our area around sunrise. The general thought process is most of that should be weakening before it moves in to our northwestern counties and parishes. So again, keep the rain chances overnight at around 20% at best. But as we work into the day on Friday, the leftover boundaries and features in the atmosphere, this decaying front, which is probably just going to be just a weak trough of low pressure at that point, and also any outflow boundaries and things like that, as they collide with the daytime heating, it perhaps brings us a better chance of scattered showers and storms as we work into the afternoon on Friday. So you see that the reason why the rain chances have been steadily just a smidge higher on Friday versus the rest of the week where they've been at 20%. As we go deeper into the weekend, we're kind of back to just the isolated pop-up showers and storms. And then next week, there are signs of a new frontal boundary. I don't want to call it a cold front because it is a cold front, but it's just not bringing any colder air. But that boundary brings the possibility of more rain chances. So the 6 to 10 day temperature or precip outlook shows the higher confidence of being above average in terms of precipitation. So that's a little bit of good news. In terms of specific details and what we can really jump into in terms of rain totals, any kind of severe threat or anything like that, way too early to talk about any of that. I can't even really tell you what days those are going to happen. I'm just, again, it's a possibility in the longer term. Check out the tropical satellite, and if you're wondering, where's Gabrielle? It's right in the middle of your screen. 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 there's just not a lot of convection or thunderstorm activity associated with this nearly naked swirl of a tropical storm. There has been some weak little bursts of convection through the course of the day. I don't think the storm's done yet. National Hurricane Center is not necessarily sold that it's done yet either. It's going to battle shear and just kind of limp along over the next couple of days. There is the possibility that it just doesn't make it. It is encountering some somewhat hostile conditions. At least it has over the last 12 to 18 hours. Really never. It's always been a lopsided storm to begin with. So the official forecast cone carries it off to the west-northwest. Still has it reaching hurricane status if it can make it to that point. But it's going to pretty much just kind of hang around as a weak tropical storm over the next 2 to 5 days generally. Not much there. All right, look at forecast for today. Mid-90s. Isolated storms will again be possible. Otherwise, we continue the heat and humidity. And as I've said for the last several days, if you miss out on the rain, 95, 96 is very possible. If you see the rain early enough in the day, 91, 92 is possible. So we just kind of split the difference, and most of us will probably land somewhere in between. Overnight lows tonight near 70. The clouds continue. A lingering overnight storm is also not out of the question, again, especially considering that we will have those storms approaching from the northwest as we go through the day. And then look at the 7-day forecast, and it follows everything I just told you. Friday has slightly better rain chances, up to maybe 30%. I'm going to look at those and maybe see if there's a need to bump them up to 40%. I don't think that's the case, but we'll keep an eye on that. Saturday, Sunday, just again, spotty storms, hot. And then early next week also starts hot, but then we could be trending toward slightly better rain chances and a slightly more unsettled pattern middle parts of next week. Claudia, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. And again, a reminder that the Digital Weather Desk, powered by Century Next Bank, is a digital weather platform serving 33 parishes and counties across northern Louisiana, southern Arkansas, and western Mississippi, made possible 100% free to you by the local businesses that you see there on your screen. How can you help? It's pretty simple. Follow us on all of our social media platforms, or just your favorite ones, whatever. Facebook, Instagram, X, Twitch, TikTok, Threads, and YouTube. You can like, comment, and share, interact with us on all of our live streams and all the other content as well. Go check out the other content. I did something about downbursts yesterday evening. You can find that on most of the social platforms. And then again, support our local business partners when you can, if you can. And thanks for being here. That's the most important thing as we get ready for this Thursday. Although Too Long Didn't Read comes out in a couple hours. Midday forecast, football forecast this evening. And then another evening forecast. So we got kind of a full day, and then it just gets busier for Friday as well. Thanks so much. Enjoy your Thursday. Be safe on the drive into work, and we'll